Anytime you are interviewing, whether you're interviewing with a recruiter, a hiring manager, or a skip level, there are only really two things that any of those interviewers is really looking for at the end of the day. Number one, is this job candidate able to help us with our specific problem? And number two, do I actually want to work with them? Now, this sounds really, really simple, but the problem itself varies wildly depending on the company, the organization, the job title itself. Even the same job title between different companies might have different things that people are looking for, different problems that they are looking for help with. And the way that you prove to them that you can help solve their specific problem is by understanding it really, really deeply and showing through past stories of your work, how you've been able to get results in this area before, and the kind of impact and value that you brought into the organization. The second thing that's important to call out is when it comes to the question, do I want to work with them? This really comes down to your ability to make a connection with the interviewer on a personal level. So build rapport, make them like you. And number two, show that you are a culture fit specific to that company and that organization. And then finally, you have to be able to answer these two questions. Can they help us with this specific problem? And do I want to work with them? Better than the 1% of the top candidates that they are interviewing. So your interviewer in their mind needs to be able to answer both of these questions with a hell yes, they are better than everybody else that they're competing with. Now, most job candidates will focus on one of two of those things, whether you can show competency or you can show that likability. But you actually need to be able to do both in the job interview exceptionally well. For example, if you go in and you show wild amounts of competence and that you can do the job better than anyone else, but you come across as cold and disingenuous, then you're just a genius that is really difficult to work with, and they'd rather work with somebody who's maybe a little less competent, but is a lot easier to work with. On the flip side, if you go in and you're the most likable, charismatic person on earth, but you don't show proof that you can actually solve their specific problem, then you're just a really nice dumb person. You can't just focus on one or the other. You have to demonstrate both that competence and that likability. Can they help us with this problem? And do I want to work with them more than everybody else that we are interviewing? That's why personally our interview coaching team is trained to look at both of these elements and give actionable feedbacks on both. Anyway, let me know in the comments, which of these two elements do you feel like you need to work on most?